Hello and welcome to another video. Today I talk about the YouTubers I consume. I watch on a weekly, on a daily, on a basis, on a regular basis, because I got this question in my Ask Me Mondays, but in the Ask Me Mondays I couldn't do the question justice by answering then, because I would miss half of the people out of my head, so I wrote them down and I linked them all to you down below. And just that you know, I don't listed them in a particular order, not like the first I like the most, it's just random. So let's just start. All the YouTubers I watch and quickly why. And yeah, let's not make it too long because it's quite a lot. And I probably missed some YouTubers, so if a YouTuber is watching that and you're not on the list, there's a chance I watch you as well, because you know, I talk about that at the end. Let's just start the people or the channels I regularly watch. The first one, of course, nutritionfacts.org. It's like the Bible for plant-based, you know, science blend-based nutrition. Great videos, all backed by science. Michael Greger does such a great job. I watch all of his videos. No brainer for me. Then Simnet Nutrition, he was actually a guest at my podcast, the Vegans podcast, and we had such a great conversation, so check out the podcast. And he just, you know, I was inspired to start my Ask Me Mondays, and he's just a great inspiration. I love where he lives in Canada and sharing his plant-based lifestyle, so he's just nice to watch, good input and a nice positive mindset. Then John Venus, also a guest on my podcast, so check that out as well. And he does similar stuff, just nice vlogs sharing the plant-based lifestyle as a bodybuilder, so I can really relate to him. And now I'm looking forward, because his girlfriend, his wife is birthing a child, and they raise it on a vegan diet, so I hope they will document that and just give another example that it's, you know, a healthy way, the healthiest way, and the baby gets everything it needs, and I look forward for that. So John Venus. Then Brian Turner, he's also a vegan bodybuilder and just great input, talks about everything, and I just like his lifestyle. And especially if you suffer with acne, like he had crazy acne, and he got rid of it by eating a plant-based lifestyle, and he gives great input what you should do if you have acne. So I consider him the expert on acne. Check him out if you suffer with acne, and just if you're into bodybuilding and his lifestyle, check him out. Mick the vegan, or no, Mick? I always get confused. I think it's Mike, like the microphone. Mike the vegan, or is it Mick? I think it's Mike. Great channel. He does what I do on Vegan Strengths, just informing, debunking misconception, all about a plant-based diet, and he does such important videos, and he's so well educated and backs it all up by science, and links all the studies down below, and all the things that pop up and be trendy, like have you seen the keto documentary? And he debunks it. Oh, what about the blood type diet? He debunks it. And just real, no BS approach, all backed up by science in an entertaining way. So check out Mike the vegan, or Mick, I don't know. Earthling Ed, he is a great vegan advocate on the street, and really goes into conversation with strangers and argues with them in a positive way, and not like preachy or judgmental. And I learned so much from his approach, especially, you know, about so many different aspects. You know, people come with stereotypes. Sometimes I've never heard, or I basically heard them all, but I mostly am educated about the health. And he's also really educated about animals, you know, the numbers, how much they suffer, and I want to be a better advocate always. So I just love to listen to his conversation, to his approach, to become a better advocator. So check him out, as well as James Espy. He does the same so greatly. I love them both, I love to watch them, and they just help me become a better advocator. And this calm, positive, conversational approach, hey, we're on the same level, and check it out. You will become a better advocator if you watch them. Diesel Automatic, he's my favorite vegan rapper, and I always love when he brings out new rap songs, and I stay tuned for that, and I watch his rants, and yeah, I hope he will produce much more vegan savage rap. Ellen Fisher, she lives in Hawaii, on the great island of Hawaii. No, I don't know. The great island is an island, right? I mean, she just lives on Hawaii. I don't know where exactly. And she has a great family. And she's like the ideal family. The ideal, healthy, vegan, good vibe family everyone dreams about, who's, you know, on our vibe, who's on a blend-based positive vibe. And she just does it perfect and documents this perfectly. She just birthed a new child. She has 3 children now, and they are so lovely, and her whole lifestyle, and check them out if you're into family. And yeah, Lily Koi Hawaii, I know I butcher her name. I recently stumbled upon her because some of you wrote under my Ask Me Mondays, hey, I forgot, check out her video or check her out. She has a great video on it, on something I don't even remember, but I checked her out and I really liked the videos. And the video that about the sunscreen video, which I link you up here, I put in her video as well because it was just great. She's also really educated, really follows nutritionfacts.org and what Michael Greger puts out, and is really educated about a lot of blend-based things, but also just healthy lifestyle, you know, and also can back it up by science. So yeah, I like her no bullshit, real helpful approach as well. She also lives in Hawaii. So yeah, thanks for the person who wrote the comment, and check her out as well. Then Misha Young, he's a German pro-vegan natural bodybuilder, and he mostly produces German content, but I want to mention it, he also has an English vlogging channel. He doesn't produce much content right now because I think he's a bit disappointed because he switched his German channel to an English channel and opened up a new German channel, but he didn't get much views on his English channel because his main audience is German. So his German channel is growing quite good and there's this big audience, but his English challenge, that's why I think he's not so motivated right now. But I loved his vlogs, so you can watch them. And he's also on my podcast if you speak German. Vegans Day podcast, I also have a German podcast, but I will get him on my English podcast as well, so stay tuned for that. And he's just a big inspiration of mine, but of his German videos, based on, because I follow him for 5 to 6 years or so. And before I was vegan, before I had any muscles, I looked up to him, and he's a great guy, and I cannot wait to meet him soon in person and just hang out with him. So I want to mention him here, and I hope he keeps doing his English vlogs and stuff because they're just great. And he's a world traveler and has a lovely girlfriend. That's why he started his English videos, I think, because she's from LA and she is native in English, so they speak English together. I'm so jealous, that's why his English got so good. I wish Scorp would be native in English too. Yeah. Anyways, check him out. I talk way too long about him, but I just love him. Peter McKinnon. If you're into filmmaking, photography, videography, all that stuff with camera equipment, lighting, sound, he does it all in such a nice way, you know, not these boring tutorials where you just want to get through and watch the videos in double the speed. No, it's so entertaining and such good input, but also so entertaining and real and authentic, and so professional. Peter McKinnon, check him out. His channel exploded from a couple subs to now over 2 million, and he just got his 2nd child, so congrats Peter. And I also listened to a podcast of him and I loved it. I also link it under Peter's channel, the podcast. It's the only podcast with him I could find, and it's really recent and it really shows what a nice personality he has. He's not vegan yet, but just a super nice guy. So if you're into that, definitely check him out. And then also Maddie Habucha. I butcher his last name. He's I think from Norway or Sweden. I'm not sure, somewhere up there. And he actually shares a co-working office now with Peter together, and how they interact together is just great. But his content is similar to Peter's content, also filmmaking, videography, sound, everything with camera and stuff. Check it out if you're interested in that. And he's such a high level, so great. I learned so much from him about how to fly a drone, color grading, sound, how important sound is for videos, how to make, how to find a spot here that the light looks good and everything. and he's just brilliant, so check him out as well. Then BlendBasedNews, of course, I loved it. They opened up their channel not too long ago, I think maybe 2 years or so, and it just exploded, and they get, you know, the greatest people on their show, on their YouTube channel, and they also have a nice Instagram feed with nice input, similar what I do, infographics and everything. But they get such great interviews with all kinds of plant-based activists, millionaires who invest in the plant-based movement. There was a recent video, doctors debunking all that stuff, documentaries like I think it's called Vegan 2017, the film, great one. Watch that on their site. Just they subscribe on news update, what happens in the plant-based movement. It's just the plant-based news. Then RichRo, he has a great podcast, the RichRo podcast, and he also uploads his podcast now to his YouTube channel, so you can watch it there, mostly listen to it, but you see the person whom he interacts with, and that is also nice to see to paint the scenery. So yeah, check him out, RichRo. Scorp, my girlfriend, of course, she just started YouTube a couple months ago and she's killing it. Already over 2K subs. Crazy great recipe videos, her lifestyle, vlogs, Q&A. Today is coming out a full day of kiwi. So much great stuff. Check it out. Show her some love. Seriously. Tess Beck, she's a lovely girl from Australia. And if you're into full day of eatings, if you want to see what vegans eat, I know you love those full day of eatings, and check her out because she does it all the time. She has so great ones and they're short, they're nice to watch and always new food. So yeah, I really like her videos. Then Casey Neistat, or Neistash, I think it's Neistat. I don't watch him too often, but I just, you know, he's the grandfather of vlogging and I love to watch his vlogs once in a while. And just, you know, I got to know New York City so much better through him, and just how to vlog, some aspects, and how to storytell. So yeah, he's definitely an inspiration of mine, and check him out if you haven't. Then Guilt Free TV, he has a great channel and a great family. They're all plant-based, and he got really educated about a plant-based diet, and he and his family, they thrive on blends, and he shares it with all that stuff, like full day of eatings, informative videos. And he's a bit older, he's still young, but I think around 40 or so, or maybe even 30, I don't even know. He looks young, but I just know that he's older than me. So, and a great father. So if you're into a family, if you want to see the lifestyle and everything, then check him out. He also gets great guests on his show, like all the plant-based doctors, and just good input. And also he's freaking strong and muscular and ripped, and how to do this while handling a family, so check him out. Happy Healthy Vegan, they're just positive vibes and similar to Mick the Vegan, debunking stuff, but in such a positive way that it's just, who doesn't love watching them? So check them out. Then, oh, I get hate for that, I'm sure, but I just say it because I watch it and I'm real. Logan Paul vlogs, I think they're really entertaining once in a while. I don't watch them all, but when I just, you know, want to tune out, nothing with plant-based nutrition or anything, then I just watch Logan Paul. And I also love that he's plant-based now, that he eats a vegan diet for a month already, and I'm so happy that he, I think, will stick to it and yeah, hopefully become an advocate, because he has a huge audience. But hey, if you hate me because of a person I don't know and I find his vlogs entertaining to watch sometimes, then okay, hate me, but you know, yeah, anyways. I don't know why anyways, I don't want to talk about why some people hate him so much. I don't really get it, but please, just no comments about him. I hate it that people are so obsessed about really being so hateful and need to put it in the comments. And chill, guys, chill. Watch whomever you want and don't judge other people by what they watched, or yeah. Plantriotic. Wow, he's great. I was on his podcast. He has a great podcast as well, and you can listen to our podcast on his podcast. I said 2 podcasts in a row. And he also does lots of vlogs on his lifestyle, and he's just a crazy experience hunter. He rode his bicycle through Alaska, through so many countries, and now with his dog, and he got rescued this super obese dog, and now got him in such great shape. It's incredible. so proud of him and what he does, and he's just such a cool guy. So yeah, check him out. I really dig his vibes. Then London Real, also a podcast host, and he's blend-based now as well because he got so many amazing guests. And who wouldn't stay blend-based if you have such great guests like Dr. Michael Greger, James Aspie, the guy who wrote Meat is for Pussies, then Luna Lovegood, the actress who's also vegan, and a couple more. And he just turned vegan. He did an Ironman on a blend-based diet. That was his challenge, and now he sticks to it because he feels great, and I love it. And yeah, I just love his podcast, and I pick out the episodes I'm interested in. And you only hear like 45 minutes on YouTube, and then you need to go to the website. So I just listen into something, and if I'm interested in it, then I listen to it on the podcast app, because there you can just listen for the entire episode and don't need to sign up for his stuff, which I don't like, this concept that, oh, you need to sign up. But you can listen to it on a podcast app. So just look into an episode, watch into an episode, and if you like it, listen to it on your phone. And he also does the small videos, which is great, because in a podcast you cover so many topics. And often there are great rants about something which you would never discover if you don't make a video about it with the thumbnail and everything. And he does that about some rants with the thumbnail and everything, like why the 4-hour work week is bullshit or something. And then I listened to the 4-minute rant, and I would never have found it if he wouldn't make a separate video about that. So that's great. If my podcast, when it gets bigger, and I film it also when I have guests, you know, in real life in front of me, then I will film it for YouTube as well. And if they're grand rants like they always are, then I also do it, because otherwise often just gets lost. I mean, the people who listen to the podcast, they will see it, but so many more people could benefit from this small rant, but they're only interested in that rant, but they couldn't find it if yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, last one, Vegan Gains. I watch him since he exists, and I love his Worst of the Fitness Industry, how he debunks bullshit artists who want to sell supplements, who are fake natties, who take steroids and claim to be natural and only want to make money off something. And yeah, I think he struggles a bit with depressions and stuff, so I hope he's well and doing fine, but his videos I love. And yeah, that's all. And I probably, as I said, I forgot some, but that is more than enough for you. As I said, I linked them all down below. I would love to hear your opinion, like I like this one too, or this one because of that, hey, you forgot this one, or check out this one, like you have a favorite YouTuber which you think I would like as well, then let me know down below. I'm always open-minded, and just staying open-minded is one of the best mindsets to have. Yeah, anyway, so I don't want to make this video too long, so I end it here. Oh, I wanted to tell you, yeah, exactly, that at the beginning I said I forgot some YouTubers, and because I didn't put some in, because I don't watch them too often, I watch only a couple of videos, so I didn't put them in. And also I didn't put in all the German YouTubers I watch, because there are quite a few German YouTubers. I probably will do a German YouTube video for my German YouTube channel, because if you don't know, my mother tongue is German. You probably hear my accent. And I didn't put them in here because most of you don't speak German and it wouldn't make sense, but I probably make a German videos, as I just said. And I didn't put them in. And I also, you know, I love sometimes to get lost on YouTube. And, you know, I just watch a video and then, oh, wow, they clickbait me on that. And I watch that and, oh, it was actually, and then I'm in a documentary about a gang in Cape Town, which I watched a couple days ago, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this number gang, it's horrible, and the people, yeah, and you know, just get lost. And then I watch a couple of Vice, I think it's called Vice documentaries, and I love it, and I just, you know, but I'm careful that I don't watch stuff that is just a total waste of time. Of course, entertaining is also important, but sometimes you just, you know, it's a point, okay, now I waste my time. So but I love documentaries, just random documentaries on YouTube, and just stuff I'm interested in, you know. I type in sunscreen, vegan, and watch a couple of videos, their opinion about it, and all kinds of stuff, and then just leads down to something, or wow, new interviews pop up, and or I'm interested in an author, I read a book about him, and hey, I want to see how this author is, so I type in his name and then interview or podcast and listen to a couple of them, and just get lost in the YouTube world, but in a way that serves me, and that is what I would recommend to you as well. And often the stuff where I don't need a visual element, like podcast interviews, I watch them all the time while I go hiking, I go cleaning up the apartment, I cook in the kitchen, all that stuff. Then I like the Peter McKinnon podcast. I listen to it on I watched it on YouTube, but I only listen to it because often you don't need the element of the eye, and this is also what I use YouTube a lot for, like as a podcast. Because I don't find a podcast, or they're only on YouTube, or they just pop up and I just play it. Yeah, anyway, so I don't want to make this video forever, so I stop here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so looking forward for your comments down below. And now we're going hiking. We're going to the lake because it's such a lovely weather. So thanks for watching. Watch my vlogs if you haven't, here in Austria, and I see you next time. Don't forget to comment with your favorite YouTubers and just your input. I really appreciate the conversation with you. Thanks for watching. Peace.